Hi guys, I'm going to talk to you about 5 ways to turn your business from an idea into reality. When entrepreneurs first start with a limited investment, the failure rate is usually very high. That's why the first business should be an idea that you're actually good at, or you have a background in, or skill set in, something that you can run and operate completely on your own. When I first started my latest agency, I could single-handedly take over the entire operations of the whole business. I have a background in marketing, I have a background in design, photography, videography, and events. If for any reason my team could not come to work, I could easily pop on their laptop, try to do the job. Maybe not as good as them, but I could make it work. If you open a restaurant and you have no background in hospitality or food and beverage or running a restaurant, how are you going to know what skill sets to look for when you hire a manager or a chef? Once you decide on a good business idea, the first thing you need to do is do your research. Who's your target market? Does your target market actually need this product or service? Are they interested in the idea? Do not forget, you are not going to be your only customer. A lot of people make a big mistake in trying to create a business out of their passion, but they actually don't even know if their target user or the end user will care about buying into a product or service. My main question, by the way, whenever I sit with any new client is, what makes you think this idea is going to work here? Most of the time, and most of their answers are like, I don't know, it's my passion. I'm sure it's going to work. I feel they love it. Feelings are not going to make you money, but research will. Do your research. Once you've done your research, you need to figure out who your competitors are and what makes you different from them. Why are people going to leave your competitors to come to you? This is also another question I ask all of my clients is, what is your competitive advantage? What separates you from the competition? Most of their answers, especially when it's a restaurant, are our food is good, our chef is good, our chef is a Michelin star chef. 80% of the fine dining restaurants, at least in Doha, and I'm sure all over the world, have these same qualifications. So what really is your competitive advantage? Think of something that makes you different from your competitor and play on that and amplify it. Today's market is really not strong enough to withstand the entire business industry, so it's basically the survival of the fittest. The fourth point is that you need to create a business and financial plan. You need to plan ahead. By failing to plan, you're planning to fail, basically. Your business plan should include what your goals are, what kind of product and service you'll be selling, who are you going to be selling it to, how much is it going to take for you to fund it, who are you going to hire in the future, where you're going to be operating from, what your resources will be. Plenty of new businesses dive into the arena with no preparation whatsoever and wonder why they failed. If you don't know how to create a business plan, Google and YouTube have tons and tons and tons of information on how to create them. Maybe in the future you want to present this business plan to an investor, and an investor is not going to be like, oh, what's your idea? Great, I'll give you $1 million. They usually need to see how much you're expecting in sales, how much you're going to be spending. Number 5, although this is a huge part of the business plan, I needed to make it a point on its own because it's so important. What is your cost of acquisition for each customer? That's the cost of how much you need to invest to get a new customer. That also means how much you're going to invest in sales and marketing. It's so important because a lot of businesses think they're saving money by not budgeting in marketing and sales and end up failing in the future and then needing to revamp by doing just exactly that. Do not dive in to a business thinking that it's only going to succeed from word of mouth and family and friends. A lot of businesses fail. Some survive. It really depends on the nature of the business, the location, how well the person has connections, but that's only in really rare cases. Marketing and sales are crucial. You need to spend money in order for you to make money. Depending on your industry, you probably have competitors that do exactly sales and marketing, and they really are ahead of their game. They're always appearing on your target customers' feeds and all over in billboards and flyers and SMS and emails and social media, sponsored ads. If you don't budget for it in advance in your business plan, you will have a higher risk of failing in the future. We have started working with clients, by the way, that have been in operation for about 2 to 3 years and didn't want to do marketing and sales in the beginning. And then they realized 2-3 years later that they are losing so much money and they want to kind of revamp that. If you are suffering financial losses because you barely spent anything on marketing and sales, I urge you to set a budget aside, whatever is remaining from your budget, and put it into sales and marketing. I promise you, you will see results if you invested in a good sales and marketing team. And finally, surround yourself with positive and successful people. If you surround yourself with negative people, you'll end up looking at all the speed bumps and the risks and all the roadblocks. But if you surround yourself with successful people, you will be inspired and they'll end up showing you the bigger picture. I hope these 5 points help. They're not for everyone. Every nature is different, but these are the basic steps into trying to turn your business from idea into reality. Of course, we'll get into more details in other videos about the later steps that you need to take in order to establish them.